All right, 7:01 p.m. Hey everyone, very good evening. This is Mitesh Khatri, your law of attraction coach. Welcome back to my Platinum Membership webinar, where we are going to learn about how to achieve 10 years of success in just 1 year. It's absolutely possible to do that. And I'm going to show you exactly how in the next 45 minutes to 1 hour only. So if some of you are really committed and you're really excited to learn how to make exactly 10 years of success happen in 1 year, then just unmute yourself quickly and say, yes, I'm excited. 1, 2, and 3. Unmute yourself, everyone, and say, yes, I'm excited.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
excited.
I'm excited.
Yes.
all right. Love that excitement over there. So in that case, now I'm going to start the webinar and tell you exactly how we can achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. Before that, for those people who are meeting me for the very first time today, I'm going to play a small introduction video for you for about 3 or 4 minutes that will explain everything about me, my organization, what I've been doing for the last 17 years now. And then immediately after that, we'll learn the science and the art about how you can achieve 10 years of success in 1 year as part of being my Platinum membership program. So 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. Whenever we go through pressure in life, do we naturally move towards pressure or do we move away from pressure? The quality of your life depends on the amount of pressure that you can manage willingly. I'll show you what is willingness. Take your hands like this and say this with me. Bring it on. Loudly say, bring it on.
I would recommend these people to anyone who really wants to get people off their chairs, get them excited, and really begin to look at what kinds of behaviors it takes to overcome the adversity and the obstacles of a corporate life.
With over a decade's experience, Mitesh Khatri is an expert at facilitating leadership results that matter.
Desire is a should. An expectation is a must. When something becomes a must, come on. The how doesn't matter. I will make things happen. Please repeat that to your partner. Please repeat that to your partner. It's a very powerful statement.
He's a leadership trainer, motivational speaker, coach and best-selling author with the single-minded resolve to build super productive, highly accountable and collaborated teams. Awaken the Leader in You is his signature leadership intervention program to lead super productive teams in 90 days or less. This result-oriented program aims at helping leaders encourage their teams to find passion in work, take onus and be accountable, respect each other, work collaboratively, be customer-centric, and generate better results. He has also published a book on leadership with the same name, which has become a national bestseller.
Mitesh and Indu, first of all, thank you so much for a wonderful day today. Some of your teaching becomes part of the vocabulary of the organization and part of the culture. So it's not like a one-day good feel program, but it's like a long-lasting effect.
Mitesh's leadership training instills the culture of ownership in organizations that accelerate business results.
Entrepreneur not only takes ownership, inspires ownership. I am an entrepreneur. I am the owner of this company. Now, which of these mindset is better for you? Employee or owner?
Mitesh motivates people to have self-belief, take a leap of faith, and achieve results beyond their boundaries. Mitesh uses his path-breaking firewalk training to cement self-belief, high energy, and confidence in teams. The firewalk affirms their belief that they can achieve everything in their life, even ambitious organizational goals. Mitesh has become a guiding light for people to do good and do well.
It was such a pleasure to see them both in action. First is lovely coordination, second is brilliant energy, and the third most important thing is execution excellence. That comes to them so naturally that when they talk from their heart and bring their heart into the work, it just blossoms the people who are around. They're actually not really trainers. They're people who work out of their heart and they are in service, and that can be known from the work which they are doing.
His corporate training has inspired and transformed the lives of 300 plus clients such as Godrej, Siemens, Kotak Mahindra Bank, HDFC, Infosys, Wipro, MRF, ADP, Amdocs, Lupin, GSK, Zydus, Dr. Reddy, Forbes Marshall, Hindustan Zinc, Hindustan Pencil, Sudarshan Chemicals, Archean Group, and Sani, to name a few. Contact Mitesh for remarkable organizational results and to lead in every field like an entrepreneur at www.mitesh.
Hey everyone, very good evening. This is Mitesh Khatri again, your law of attraction coach. I'm in a hotel, so the lighting is not perfect. I'm not sure if you can see me clear. If you can, just give me a thumbs up. If my video is clear, if my voice is clear, okay, that's it. Perfect. So the show must go on no matter where we are, right? Awesome. So once again, welcome to my webinar. You're going to hear a little bit noise in the background. That's my crazy chair in the hotel making this crazy noise, but I guess that's all right, right? Okay. So today evening, we're going to learn about my most precious program, which is known as Platinum Membership. And here we are going to talk about not me, not law of attraction. We're going to learn about how any one of you, just like me and just like many of my students, can achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. How many of you are definitely interested in learning how to do that? Raise your hands. And I will prove it to you with scientific facts that it's absolutely possible. But let's understand who in the world can really achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. There are two kinds of people in the world: ordinary people and extraordinary people, right? Whenever we talk about the difference between ordinary and extraordinary people, a lot of people don't really understand this properly. So here is my request. I'm going to ask all of you to unmute yourself right now and tell me, as per you, what is your opinion? What it really is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary people, but I especially want those people to answer who are meeting me for the first time in the Platinum Membership Program. If you've already done this Platinum Program, then you know what the answer is, so then don't answer. But if you're here for the first time, please unmute yourself, come on the video and answer the question now. So you've got permission to unmute now. Let's go.
Ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Stream of mindset.
Ordinary people doing extraordinary things, mindset.
Strong mindset.
What's the difference? Why do these extraordinary people have that mindset?
Strong mindset, confidence, belief.
Okay.
skills.
Strong mindset, confidence,
They
belief.
know the technique. They know the technique.
You know the technique.
Extraordinary people having goals.
They have specific goals.
Have ordinary thinking.
Right. So here's a great answer, which I got. By the way, all your answers are good. Here's an answer which I got from my mentor. Is it okay if I share that particular answer with you? Yes? All right. So this is the answer which I learned from one of my mentors who taught me, and I became a part of his Platinum Program. He taught me for the first time what is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary people. I could never see any other scientific definition as correct as that definition. The definition is, please take your hands like this, everyone. Say, ordinary people achieve less things in more time. See, think about it. Ordinary people are not bad people. They're not people who don't work hard, or they don't have vision, or they don't have the confidence. It's not like that. In fact, sometimes the ordinary people work much more hard than some of the extraordinary people. How many of you agree with that, right? So then the real difference is, scientifically speaking, if you look at it in a very logical way, ordinary people are simply those people who achieve less things in more time. That's why they are called as ordinary. So obviously, then what is the definition of extraordinary? Take your hands like this. People who achieve more in less time. Correct? Let's take an example. How many of you like cricket, by the way? You like cricket? Okay. Have you seen cricket if you don't like cricket? Now, in cricket, an example is, let's say a player plays 100 runs in 100 balls. We call them extraordinary. First time. Second time, somebody else plays 100 runs in only 50 balls. Now who becomes extraordinary? This player. The third time, somebody else plays 100 runs in 20 balls. Now this person becomes extraordinary. How many of you agree with that? So the definition of extraordinary constantly changes based on this definition. Anybody who achieves more in what? Less time compared to the earlier person becomes extraordinary. Think about all the rich people in the world that we idealize. People like Elon Musk, people like Azim Premji, Ratan Tata, Narayan Murthy. All of these people, they have achieved so much success in 40, 50 years of their life that it's becoming difficult for other people to match them up. How many of you agree with that? Because they've achieved so much in so little time of their life. But does that mean that nobody else can do what they've done? Not possible. There are many other people who've done it. In fact, how many of you agree Elon Musk is one personality who in the last 20 years has achieved as much as probably all the entrepreneurs have achieved in the last maybe 50 or 100 years. Yes or no? Like he's gone to billions and billions and billions. How? Like he's actually gone even faster than Steve Jobs now, right? We want to understand today what really is the difference between these ordinary and extraordinary people. But is the definition making sense to you, right? So once again, repeat with me, say ordinary people achieve less things in more time, and extraordinary people achieve more things in less time. Now let's apply this between you and me. How many people here are more or less struggling with the same problems for the last 5 years? Raise your hands, come on. More or less the same problems, right? So what's happening? The speed of life is not there. So my mentor told me, extraordinary people are what we call as platinum standards people. Everyone write down this word, platinum standards people. Now, what do you mean by standards? Standards means those people who have a certain benchmark in life. Now, that's another word, standards, benchmark. I'll tell you the meaning of benchmark. Everyone take your hands like this. Say below this, not acceptable. That's called a standard. For an example, 5-star hotels like Taj, do they have a standard? Yes or no? Yes. Is it option number 1, conscious, or is it option number 2, unconscious? Very, very conscious standards. Yes or no? But 90% restaurants in the world don't have standards. Like one day their restaurant food is good, the other day their food is not good. One day the service is very good, one day the service is not very good. Have you seen that in normal restaurants? Yes. That's because they don't have standards. They allow their services to go up and down based on time. But in 5-star hotels, they say below this, not acceptable. Now, I'll prove that example to you right now that we also have unconscious benchmarks. Let me give you proof. All of the ladies here, raise your hands and come on video. Even if you're not on video right now, come on video for about 10, 20 seconds. Okay. And answer this question for me. All the ladies, I'm giving you 10,000 rupees. Okay. If you're not on video, you're not getting those 10,000. So please come on video quickly. Okay. Look at that. Suddenly I say 10,000 and 5 more people come on video. All right. So I'm switching the mute button off right now so you can unmute yourself. But this question is only for the ladies. The question is, if I give you 10,000 rupees, will you wash your hair with Nirma washing powder for the next 7 days? 1, 2, 3. Give me loudly yes or give me no. Quickly.
No.
I'll give you 10,000.
No.
So we'll make it 20,000 for 7 days.
No.
No?
Not even in 1 lakh.
Oh my God, not even in 1 lakh. This is crazy. All right, so you see what's happening here. This is called, which one is this? Is this called conscious benchmark or is this called unconscious benchmark, everyone? Actually, this is a little bit of conscious benchmark. Somewhere we've decided I will not allow my life to go below this. How many of you agree, ladies? Like you've decided I will not wash my hair with this. Yes or no? You've decided and then you don't go below that. This is called as conscious benchmarks. But unfortunately, most of us don't have conscious benchmarks in 4 areas of life. Write down health, relationships, career, and money. If you know me since before, you know I always talk about 4 areas of life. My mentor told me that platinum people are those people who maintain a benchmark. Everybody now understands the meaning of benchmark, everyone? Below this, not acceptable. So my mentor said platinum people are those people who say below this, not acceptable in all 4 areas of life. All 4, health, relationships, career, and money. And he said, the problem is unconsciously, most of us don't even have a benchmark. How many of you agree with that, by the way? We don't have a conscious benchmark saying, I want my health at this level. I want my relationships at this level. I will not allow my career to grow below this level. We don't have those benchmarks. Yes or no? So let's understand this difference a little more carefully with an example. There is this one person who came to me for personal coaching once. I can't give you the name because this person is extremely famous, very rich personality in Pune. I'm from Pune. Now this man, he's 45 years today. And when he started his business, he was the age of 20. So how many years his business has been, everyone? 25 years, right? He told me that in his family, everybody has only done a job. In fact, everybody has only done a job in the government. So it's a government job background family. You know some families where people only do a job. There's no business background. You know some families like that. So he comes from that kind of a background. He was the first person in his family to start business at the age of 20. Everybody told him, don't do it. But he did it. Today, at the age of 45, this man has achieved 500 crores. 500 crores. 25 years. Question to all of you. Come to the gallery view and answer this question very quickly. Come to the gallery view so you can see everybody's answers with their hands. How many people would like his success in your life? Quickly, show me your hands, everyone. How many of you would like his success in your hands? Yeah, observe. About 99% people are saying yes right now. Yes or no? Well, that's why you're stuck. Let me give you an example here. This person, the reason he came to me for coaching, just give me 1 second. Yes. So this person, when he came to me for coaching, the reason he came to me for coaching, I'll tell you about his life now properly. His health area, he had more than 100 kgs in body weight. Really huge guy. Okay. He had blood pressure and diabetes, and he was going through depression, because of which he was taking antidepressant tablets for the last 3 years. He could not sleep without sleeping tablets. A question. What is his health rating? If you had to rate him, high or low? Everyone show me your hands. Come on, high or low? Yeah, pretty low, right? Let's take his example for relationships. True story. I asked him how's his relationships doing, and he said he's getting divorced with his wife. His children hate talking to him. He's got 0 friends in his life. Nobody likes talking to him. That is why he was depressed. So what's his relationship rating, everyone? High or low? Low. His career and money was doing pretty all right. Obviously, that's why he made 500 crores, right? Now here's my question to all of you. Now that you know his entire HRCM, how many of you are interested in his life as your life? Either say yes or say no. You have to give me one answer. Come on, everybody has to give me one answer. See, now nobody wants his life, right? Why? I'll tell you why. The moment I said 500 crores, everybody wants his life. But the problem is we consider success as only money. How many of you have realized that we make that mistake all the time? Yes or no? My mentor told me something amazing. He said, platinum people are those people who have success not in 1 or 2 areas of life. They have success in how many areas of life? Show me your hands, everyone. All 4. So there's a beautiful statement he told me. Write down. Success is success only when it is holistic. Excuse me about that. So success is success only when it is holistic. Otherwise, it is meaningless. How many of you agree with that? Success is completely meaningless when it is not holistic. Let's take an example, okay? Everyone come to the gallery view one more time and let's look at this participation here. How many people are okay if I give you 500 crores today? Raise your hands. Yeah, obviously everybody's okay, right? Nobody's going to say no to that. But remember, this is just an example for the program, okay? Don't send me an email later. Where is my 500 crores? This is just an example, okay? Now, let us say you get 500 crores, but with the 500 crores comes stage 4 cancer. How many of you are okay with that? Either say yes or say no. Come on, quickly. Not okay, right? Everyone take your hands like this. What is the meaning of that 500 crores now? Meaningless. How many of you agree? Meaningless? Let's take another example. Let's say we give you 500 crores also and your dream body, your ideal body. How many of you want your ideal body? Raise your hands. You want your ideal body, like abs and muscles and the perfect shape, the glowing skin, the thick hair. Now, look, at the moment I said glowing hair and skin, all the ladies are smiling double here, right? I like that. Okay, so let's say we give you that ideal body. But along with that, not a single person will now talk to you for the rest of your life till you live. Nobody will love, nobody will become your friend ever till the time you live. How many of you are okay with that kind of body and money? Say yes or say no. Give me one answer, everyone. Come on. See, now everybody's saying no. So what did I say? Success is success only when it is, take your hands like this, holistic. Otherwise, it is meaningless. You miss one area of life. Life is meaningless. How many of you agree? Right? That's what Platinum membership is about. Platinum is about those people who consciously maintain a benchmark where they say below this, not acceptable. So if you had to rate people on a level of 1 to 10, 1 being very low, 10 being super high, Platinum people have 7 and above rating in almost all areas of, not almost, all 4 areas of life. Let's do one thing. Everyone unmute and give me names of some people who are super duper successful. But wait, before you give me names, be careful. I only want platinum names. Here's an example. Would you consider this person whom I told you, the one who made 500 crores, would you say he is platinum? Yeah, no, right? Okay, let's take some famous names. Salman Khan, would you say he's platinum? Yeah, no. Vijay Mallya? No, right? So you understanding what I'm saying? I don't want names who are just have a lot of money and fame. I'm talking about people who have success in how many areas of life? All four, 7 and above rating in all 4 areas of life, right? So now unmute yourself and give me names. Come on.
Ratan Tata.
Anand Mahindra.
Very good name. Anand Mahindra.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Mukesh Ambani. Decent name, yes.
Sachin
yes.
Tendulkar.
Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, very good names.
Abdul Kalam.
Abdul Kalam.
Abdul Kalam, until the time he went, he was pretty healthy. Very good answer.
Rolando.
Modi ji.
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett is a good name. Mitesh Khatri, okay. Thank you. My name is there as well. Very sweet of you.
Modi ji.
Modi ji also comes in that name, by the way. Like, he's pretty decently healthy at this age. Yes or no? So if you really think of all these names right now, these are all people who have health pretty high, relationships pretty high, career pretty high, and money also pretty high. Yes or no? Only then we call them as platinum people. Otherwise, success is meaningless. Now, how many people want to know how to become platinum? Raise your hands. Okay, here is the major secret. I learned from my mentors that the best thing that platinum people know, which ordinary people don't know, is this. Everyone take your hands like this. Say the science of crunching time. Yes, the science of crunching time, which means they know how to achieve more things in what? Less time. So if you can achieve 100 years of success in 50 years, you're platinum. If you can achieve 50 years of success in 10 years, you're platinum. If you can achieve 10 years of success in 1 year, you're platinum, but not in one area. How many areas once again? All 4 areas, only then you're platinum. Is that now making sense? Yes. So how many of you want to know how to crunch time? Done. So before that, let's do one benchmarking for yourself. How many of you are okay to rate your life right now on a HRCM level? Everyone okay with that? Done. So let's do one thing. Let's do some interaction here. Take your notepads and write down the answer to this question. What is your current HRCM rating in terms of 1 to 10? 1 is like very, very low, like very bad. 10 is dream life. I'll give you my example. Okay, let's start with me. Everyone, is it okay if I tell you my actual HRCM rating, which my mentor asked me 18 years ago? Same question. Okay, write down my name, MK, Mitesh Khatri, and write down my ratings. My health rating 18 years ago when I answered this for the first time was only and only 3. Write down 3. And I'll tell you why my health was a 3 at that time. I had slip disc, I had sciatica, and anybody knows what slip disc here? Right, it's a backache, crazy pain. Like I had 24 hours pain for a long period of time. So my health was really bad. But the problem was not only health. The problem was I didn't have the motivation to exercise. Even though my doctors told me to do exercise, walk a little, do physiotherapy, I was just too lazy. Anybody's like me? You've been lazy in your life, right? I've been like super lazy in my life. Anyway, so that is why my rating was 3. My relationship rating was 3. Write down my relationship rating. The reason 3 is because I had had multiple breakups at that time. My problem was not getting into a relationship. My problem was somehow I would get into a relationship, but my relationships would break away. Anybody's experienced that in your life? People come in your life, but people don't stay in your life. Okay, if you've experienced that, that's where I've been. Then my career rating, write down again 3. The reason is I had failed in multiple businesses by then. And my biggest problem at that time was confusion. I'll tell you what I mean by that. One day I wanted to become a restaurant owner. The second day, I wanted to start a shopping mall. The third day, I wanted to do real estate. The fourth day, I wanted to become a trainer. Some days, I wanted to become an employee in a company. I was totally confused. Anybody's been through that phase of life and you're totally confused. You wanted to do everything in life, right? So I've gone through that kind of crazy confusion. So that was 3. Now write down my financial rating was 2. Money. The reason is because I was on a lot of debts at that time. And the reason was because I trusted the wrong people blindly. Do you know that if you trust people blindly, they can manipulate you and take advantage of you? Anybody's had that experience? Right? So a lot of people I trusted blindly and I lost a lot of money that way. Anyway, so my rating was 2 there. I have been honest about my ratings with you. Can I now ask you to be honest with me about your ratings? Everyone okay with that? Done. Write down on your notepads. What is your current HRCM ratings? Health, relationships, career, and money. After you write it, I'm going to open up my chat window and I want you to tell me what's your HRCM rating. I'm typing in my rating also. So I've written 3332. You can tell me in the same sequence of HRCM in the chat window now. Okay, so we've got some iPhone there saying 5555. Best is to rename yourself as your actual name. 4502. Nitin, nobody's zero. If you're alive, you're not zero. You're 1 or 2. 2222. Okay, 3212. 4453. Preeti saying all 2s. Vijay saying all 3s. Okay, come on. We've got about close to 100 people here. 4515, 7482, 3332, 4432, 6565. Come on, guys. I'm going to switch off the chat window in just 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. People on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, if you're watching me live, you can put the number over there in the chat window. Okay. So now that you've done that, can I request all of you to just go through the numbers in the chat window? Not only your number, but other people's numbers right now. I'll give you about 10 seconds. Scroll through it quickly. And as you scroll through it, see if you find a pattern over there. Can anybody see a trend? Can anybody see a pattern over there? Show me with your hands. Do you see anything? No? Okay. Everyone take your hands like this. Come on, everyone take your hands like this. Praveen, Argya, everyone come on and do this. Do you see this in the numbers? Yes or no? Like some people's numbers is like that, right? Or take your hands again, or it's like this, down. Yes or no? That's the biggest problem today. If people have success in one area, they're failing in another area, or they're kind of failing in all areas of life. How many of you want to know why it is like that? Do you want to know why it is like that? By the way, how many of you want all 4 ratings to be high? Obviously, right? But for that, we have to first find out why our ratings are low. Is everyone ready? Done. Write down the answer to this question. What is the amount of money invested by your parents in your education? In your education, which means from the time you started studying primary, KG, till the time you finished your graduation, post-graduation, everything. How much money was invested by your parents? For an example, by the way, I know what some of you are doing. You're just calculating your yearly fees, right? It's not like that. Don't forget about the cafeteria fees. Don't forget about the uniform fees. Don't forget the shoes they had to buy for you again and again. How many of you agree there was much more money than only the yearly fees? Yes or no? So come up with that approximate number of all the money they may have invested in your life for your education. Go. Approximate number. I know you won't get the exact number, but come up with an approximate number. Okay. Has everybody got that number on your notepads? Raise your hands. Done. Now write down what is the amount of time invested. Time invested in terms of years. If it was just graduation, then about 18 years or so. If it was post-graduation, then a couple of years more. If it was PhD, then a few years more. So calculate accordingly. Add a few years, not only of your actual education, but also the number of years your parents invested. Because the fact is, when we were not studying, our parents were the ones who were not sleeping at night. How many of you agree? So obviously, they also invested a lot of time, right? So come up with the approximate time investment. Okay, if you've got those in number of years, give me a thumbs up. Perfect. Now let me tell you the secret of platinum. How many of you want to know the secret of platinum? Raise your hands. The secret of platinum is 2 criteria. Everyone write down 2 criteria required to become a platinum person in life. Criteria number 1, basic education. Literacy. How many of you agree? I'm not saying uneducated people don't succeed. But if you're educated, things go a little faster for you. How many of you agree with that? Like you'll get a job faster, your life will be a little smoother in life, right? So what did I say? Platinum people who achieve, everyone take your hands like this. More things in less time. If you have the basic education in life, you will definitely speed things up in life. Yes or no? Like let's take an example, okay? During the pandemic time right now, during the lockdown period, almost the whole world became digital. Yes or no? Like even today, the Pantapri walas are taking money on QR code. Yes, which didn't happen even during, how many of you remember the time when demonetization happened. Do you remember that? In spite of that, there were small vendors who were not using QR code. Correct. But during pandemic, it taught everybody to go digital. Yes or no? Now, those people who don't even have the basic education of how to use Zoom, Facebook, computers, they're struggling right now. How many of you agree with that? Like basic education, people are struggling right now. Yes or no? But anybody who had that basic education was going fast. Yes? So bottom line, is the first criteria necessary? Yes or no? Yeah. How many of you already have that first criteria fulfilled? You've done your education in life. Basic education is in place. Yes. Now let me tell you the second criteria. Okay. The second criteria is called, as most of you won't get it, so I'll not ask you the question on the video. Write down life skills with a life coach. Life skills with a life coach. Now let me explain what that means. Most people have no idea what are life skills. I'm not talking about watching videos. I'm talking about actual life skills with a life coach. Let me give you an example of that. Let's say in the area of health. Come to the gallery view now and observe, okay? How many people here are struggling in your health rating? Raise your hands, please. Okay. Think about it. There are certain life skills required in the area of health. Write down the skills that I'm telling you. Most people don't think of it as skills, but they're life skills. Write it down. Motivation. How many of you agree motivation is a life skill that we need to have? Yes or no? And most of us are struggling in our life for health because of what? Because of education or because of lack of life skills? Everyone show me your hands. Why are we struggling? Yeah, because of lack of life skills. Yes or no? Like we just don't have the science of how to motivate ourselves. We don't know how to do it. There is no formal education given to us. Yes or no? Right? Now, let's take an example of relationships. Write down conflict management. Conflict, seriously, write down conflict management. That's a life skill that you need to have in order to have better relationships in life. If you don't believe me, let me give you an example over there. In India, when a girl gets married, I'll take a marriage example right now. When a girl gets married in India, especially in India, she doesn't get married only to the man. She gets married to the whole family. How many of you agree with that? Right? How many of you like the concept of 1 + 3 free? Do you like that when you go to buy shirts and shopping? Yes or no? So in India, when a girl gets married, she doesn't get just one man. She gets 1 + 5 free. The mom free, father free, sister free, brother free, everybody free. Yes or no? She realizes later it is not free. It is very expensive. Now let's think of this as an example. Marriage is like a project. How many of you agree? Is it a small project or a lifetime project? Show me your hands. It's a lifetime project. But in your office, how many of you work in an office or a business? Raise your hands. Okay. In your office or in your business, if you're working on $1 million project, will you put a project manager who is highly skilled or very low skilled? Show me your hands. What kind of a project manager will you have? High skilled or low skilled? They're very high skilled, right? Why? Because if you keep a low skilled person, what is the chances of his failure? Very high. Yes or no? Now, do you want the $1 million project to fail? No. So who do you hire? High skilled project manager. Okay. Now think of marriage as a project. This girl gets married and she goes to a family. Tell me, how much formal education has she got on how to handle conflicts with a mother-in-law? बताओ, कितना education कितना है उसके पास? Zero. Yes or no? So what are her chances of succeeding? Very low. And what are her chances of failing? Yeah, pretty high chances of failing because there is lack of life skills. Yes or no? Let's take another example. The mother-in-law in the house, how much education she has to handle the daughter-in-law? So she's also experimenting with the daughter-in-law. Yes or no? And then there is one more man in the house. His name is called the sandwich guy. You know the sandwich guy? Who's he called? The husband. Right? He's the tomato between the bread called mother-in-law and wife, right? Everybody eats him up. Now, does he have any formal education on how to handle this kind of a situation? Zero. So obviously, what are the chances of failure? Very high. Yes or no? Let's look at the gallery view. Come to the gallery view. Don't look at me alone. How many people here are struggling on your relationship areas? Raise your hands. Come on, be honest with me. And do you agree that about 90% marriages around us are struggling? How many of you agree with that? 90% marriages around us are struggling. What is the reason behind that? Is that because of lack of education or lack of life skills? Which criteria? Yeah, most people just don't have the life skills required to make a successful marriage. Yes or no? And people are experimenting with their lives. People are thinking they will learn these life skills after marriage. कि भाई शादी करेंगे तो सीख जाएंगे. Yes or no? बहुत अच्छा है. एक काम करो, एक ऐसे सर्जन से अपना ऑपरेशन कराओ जो सर्जरी करते करते सीख जाएगा सर्जरी कैसे करना है. Anybody okay with that? No? So you don't want an experimenting surgeon, but you're okay with an experimenting wife and a husband. And experimenting mother-in-law on top of that. It's a blunder waiting to happen. Even though this is a joke, but how many of you agree this is a truth? Most marriages are struggling because people have no idea how to handle relationship problems. Yes or no? The life skills required to manage relationships, nobody has taught us that. Yes or no? Right? Let's take a third example or third category of career. Do we need some life skills to improve in our career, everyone? Yes or no? I'll give you a very good example. Write this down. There is a life skill that most people don't even know about. Write down. It's called perception management. Perception management. I know most of you must have never heard about it. What is perception? Perception means how other people think about you. If you don't know how to manage your perception, then you don't know how to control other people thinking about you. And I'll tell you why this is very important. How many people here work in an organization? Raise your hands, please. Or you've worked in an organization in your past. Okay. In offices, there is a concept called appraisals. Are you aware? Yearly appraisal. 90% people are never happy with their appraisals. Yes or no? But think, is it because of the performance? Option number 1. Or is it because of the perception? Option number 2. Everyone tell me. Yep. 80% of the appraisal is dependent on perception problems, not performance problems. That is why every employee says, I did my best. If my boss doesn't understand, what can I do? How many of you remember talking like that? And not only we don't know how to manage perception in the office, we also don't know how to manage perception in our personal life. Yes or no? That is why we are not able to control our relationships. We are not able to manage our relationships in life. That's why we are struggling. How many of you agree with that? That you are struggling because of these skills are not there in your life, in your career, right? Another example of money. Everyone write down the money life skills. Each category has different life skills required, by the way, right? So I'm giving you some money life skills now. These are 2 life skills I'm telling you. If you have these 2 life skills, I guarantee you, you can go to any part of the earth. You can settle down in 3 months and you'll start making money. How many of you want to know what these skills are? Okay, first skill, write down public speaking skill. That's right, public speaking, which means speaking confidently in a large group. How many of you agree this is one of the highest skills required to make money in life? Yes or no? And what is one of the biggest fears in the world? Fear of public speaking. If you don't believe me, come here on the gallery view and check. How many people here are scared to talk in public? Come on, raise your hands. How many of you have fear of public speaking? See, there are so many people here. You want to speak in public, but you don't have the skills. Yes or no? Here is a second skill. Selling skills. Selling skills. Yes, selling. Bechna. Most people are not comfortable with 2 things. Neither selling, neither being sold. How many of you agree? Yes. Like, how many of you get very uncomfortable when somebody is selling something to you? Be honest about it. And you are also uncomfortable selling something to somebody else. Yes or no? That's a big problem. I'll tell you why. I'll give you an example. I know this friend of mine who's an HR head of an organization. He's been for about 25 years in the corporate world. 25 years in the corporate world, and he's the head of HR, MNC company, okay? So what do you think is his knowledge level? Everyone show me your hands. Knowledge level, low, medium, or high? Superior. If he's the head of HR, what do you think are his contacts in the corporate world? Superior. 25 years he's been making money, so he must have got savings also decent. Yes. So all the reasons for this man to be successful, yes or no? This person has been trying his best for the last 2 years to leave his job and start his own business, doesn't have the guts. True story. How many of you know people like that? They're trying their best to leave their jobs, but they're not able to. Why? खुद को बेचना नहीं आता. We are always selling ourselves to the world. Yes or no? And if you don't know how to do that, how will you succeed? If you don't believe me, come to the gallery view and check again. How many people here are struggling in your career and money both? Raise your hands and be very honest about it. Don't feel bad about it. Come on. Okay, if you're struggling in your financial ratings or your career ratings today, which is kind of connected, tell me what is the reason behind it. Is the reason lack of education or lack of these life skills? Show me your hands again. Yeah, lack of these life skills. Yes or no? Now, I'll tell you what is the main reason behind it. Check on your notepads, what have you written? How much money and time was invested by our parents in our education? Have you written that down? Okay, tell me in the chat window how much money is that? And how much time is that? Quickly, I've opened up my chat now. Is it like, so I'll give you an example. Maybe you've written like 5 lakhs and 18 years. This is just an example. Tell me your actual figures. How much money and time was invested by our parents in our education? Go. $5 lakhs in 19 years, 20 lakhs in 20 years. Preeti, have you what done? Medical science? Because only that has this kind of money. 10 lakhs in 18 years, 10 lakhs in 20 years. Come on, everyone, quickly give me some answers. 3 to 5 lakhs in 25 years, 7 lakhs in 12 years, around 6 lakhs in 20 years, 18 lakhs in 16 years, 50,000 in about 13 years. Okay. All right. So I'm giving you 5 seconds, everyone. Close to 100 people in the group. I want fast answers. 15 lakhs in 18 years, 4 lakhs in 13 years. Okay. Switching off my window now. Question. Everyone unmute and answer this question. Was it easy for your parents to do all this investment of time and money? Hello?
No.
Asan, was it easy?
No.
Not possible.
How many of you agree they made a lot of personal sacrifice? Yes? So when it was not easy and they had to make a lot of personal sacrifice, why? Why did they do it? Why did they make all this investment in us? Unmute and tell me.
For our betterment.
One time you said, once a parent, always a parent.
For our better life.
Yeah.
Progress.
Everybody's saying the same answer in different words because our parents wanted us to have a great future. How many of you agree? And they used to say it also. How many of you remember your parents saying, "Beta, finish this graduation, your life is set. बेटा इतनी पढ़ाई कर ले, उसके बाद जिंदगी बन जाएगी, शादी अच्छी जगह हो जाएगी, पढ़ाई अच्छी कर ले, जॉब अच्छी मिल जाएगी, पैसा कमा लेगा, लाइफ सेट हो जाएगी." How many of you remember parents saying all that? Yes or no? Okay, come close to the screen. Come close to the screen. Come. हो गई लाइफ सेट? हो गई? Are you 100% satisfied with your HRCM ratings? Forget about you. Are your parents 100% satisfied? No. How many of you want to know the reason why? Okay, I'll tell you why. Now write down the answer for this question. How much money and how much time was invested by your parents in your life skills with a scientific life coach? I think you can show me that answer with your hands on the video. How much money? Come on, show me. How much money? More or less zero. How many of you agree? More or less zero. Yes or no? And that is why we are struggling. How many of you agree with that? Out of the 2 criteria of having education and life skills, we are only missing with 1 criteria, which is the life skills criteria. How many of you agree with that? right? I think somebody is saying you're not able to see me on video. Are you able to see me on video, everyone? Yeah, okay, now you are. All right. So that's the main reason we are struggling, because we are missing out on that life skills with a life coach. And see, it's not our parents' mistake, because if they knew about it, they would have definitely invested. How many of you agree? They had no idea, right? They had no real idea about it. So they never gave value to it. But the problem is not only our parents, the problem is even we don't give value to it. How many of you agree? I'll give you a simple example, okay? I'll give you 2 examples. How many people here are parents? Do you have children? Raise your hands, please. Okay. Do you have some budget for your monthly school for your children? Yes. How much budget have you written for your children's life skills with a life coach? 0, right? And you're making the same mistake. You're telling your children the same thing. Beta padhai kar le. Life is set. Same mistake. Yes or no? Ho jayegi life set. Padhai se ho jayegi. Only padhai. See, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying education is not necessary. I said that's the first criteria. But is that criteria enough? No. We also need the second criteria, which is life skills with a life coach. I'll give you a second example of value. Let's say you know some friend of yours who's going through some marriage problems. Okay. And he's going through a divorce. Think. Do you know some people who are struggling badly in their marriage? Do you have some friends like that? Or maybe some relatives? Anybody? Yeah. How much money this couple must have spent in their marriage? Give me an approximate number in lakhs with your hands. Come on. Kitna paisa kharcha kiya hoga shaadi mein? Look at the hands people are showing. Somebody showing 2 lakhs, somebody showing 10 lakhs, somebody showing 3 lakhs, somebody showing 5 lakhs, right? And how many of you agree for that marriage, they must have taken loans? Yes or no? Yes? है ना? तब ये नहीं बोला कि पैसा नहीं है. तब दुनिया को खाना खिलाने के लिए पैसा आ गया. It's a different story. These guests went home and said खाने में नमक कम था. लेकिन उनको खाना खिलाने के लिए पैसा लाया गया. Yes or no? Bottom line, they invested 5 or 10 lakhs. Today, after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or 10 years of their marriage is struggling. Yes? Now you go to that friend of yours and you tell them, listen, I know a life coach. He will solve your life marriage problem in 3 months. He guarantees you your love will be back in your life. Your marriage will be back in place. Is that friend interested in getting the marriage back in place? Yes or no? Yes. Now tell the friend, the coach will charge you 5 lakhs. अभी बोलो आपका फ्रेंड क्या बोलेगा? जल्दी बोलो. मैं बताता हूं क्या बोलेगा. आपका फ्रेंड बोलेगा मैं संभाल लूंगा मेरी बीवी को. Yes or no? But even though again this is like a joke, but how many of you agree that's the sad part? People are willing to invest money on loan for a marriage, but to save the marriage, people are not willing to invest even a little bit of money. How many of you agree that's a sad part? Why? Because we don't understand the criteria called life skills. Think all the successful people that you think about, all the names that you gave me in the beginning, Elon Musk, Narayan Murthy, Azim Premji, Ratan Tata, all these people that you spoke about, Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, read their autobiographies. I have read many of their autobiographies personally. In every single one of these people's autobiography, they have written the name of their life mentors, their coaches, their gurus. How many of you agree with that? Raise your hands. Every single one of them. Yes or no? They have mentors. They have life skills. Today, the largest corporate companies today, their CEOs always go through life coaching. How many of you agree with that? They go through leadership coaching. Yes or no? They have executive coaching. But that is why they are successful. That is why they make so much money. And there are some of them who are successful in all 4 areas of life. Yes or no? Why? Because of only education or also life skills? Both. Unfortunately, most of us have only which criteria? Number 1, we have. What are we missing with? 2. You remember what I told you in the beginning? Platinum is about achieving what? Everyone take your hands like this. Say 10 years of success in 1 year. That was not a marketing line. I'll prove it to you. I'll give you an example. How many people here are struggling with your health with problems like weight loss? Raise your hands. Come on. Be very honest. Come on. You're like, you really want to lose weight and it's not happening for a long time. Raise your hands. Now, how many of you agree? If you had simply hired a coach This problem could have been solved for you in 3 months and you would have been done with it. Be honest with me. Yes or no? But it's not happening. I'll tell you why. You're not having that value to invest in a coach. You're thinking you will watch YouTube and you will learn on your own. And in the meantime, you have gathered so much knowledge on weight loss that if you want, you can become a dietitian today, give gyan to other people on weight loss today. How many of you agree? But you're not able to do it. So the problem is not gyan. The problem is not knowledge. The problem is life skills. How many of you agree with that? I'll give you a good example. There is this one girl, her name is Pinky. Everyone write down the name Pinky. I want you to meet her. I want you to become friends with her when you join our platinum program. I'll tell you why. Pinky, when she came to our program for the first time, she was going through 3 years of panic attacks. Anybody knows what are panic attacks here? Okay, I'll give you an example for those of you who don't know. She remembers a particular past memory which happened 3 years ago. And every day she remembers it for 3 years, back to back. And she goes into this mode of crying very badly. She starts getting a headache, migraine. She can't stop crying for approximately 2 hours every day, goes into a depression. And every day she has to take a tablet called antidepressant tablets subscribed by a psychiatrist. She cannot sleep without having two sleeping tablets. Now just imagine living life like this for 2 years. Do you think anybody should have this kind of a life? Nobody. But she was living it. She came to the platinum program one day and she was on a screen with us like this on Zoom, not one-on-one counseling. On Zoom, 50 people in platinum with us together. Okay. And I solved her problem of panic attacks. I'll tell you in how much time. Everyone come close to me because you won't believe me. I solved her panic attacks problem once and for all in 10 minutes. Now, how many of you say unbelievable? Right? It's been 6 months that girl has not cried once. She's a lawyer. She's an international yoga certified trainer today. She's started a new business of kindergarten with her childhood partner. She has even started writing a book and she's becoming an author now. 3 years of problems gone in 10 minutes. Do you think it's worth it? Hello? No, it's not just this girl. How many of you personally agree? You personally know some of your problems are only because of these life skills. And if you would have solved these life skills, you would have been out of these problems in 3-4 months. How many of you agree with me? But because you never worked on them, you're stuck for how many years? Show me your hands. You're stuck for how many years? 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. Yes or no? 10 years people are stuck. Why? Only for one reason. Zid leke baithe ho, khud karunga. Yes or no? You're not willing to learn from someone else. Is it worth it? No. You take hands like this. Say you're wasting time. You're wasting time. You're achieving less in more time. In platinum, it's about learning those life skills so that you could achieve more in less time. Right? I'll give you one more example. There's this guy called Chetan. Write down his name, Chetan. When Chetan came to us for the first time, he started with the Wealth Mastery program. How many of you know we have a program called Wealth Mastery program? He started with that program and the man did not have money to even pay the Wealth Mastery program. He joined on credit card. And I remember him asking, saying, Sir, aapko lagta hai mera ho jayega? Today, that guy, when he joined about exactly 9 months before when he joined, he was making 50,000 rupees for 3 years. How long? 3 years. Okay. Do you think he was stuck because of his education or life skills? By the way, let me tell you about his education. He's a chartered accountant. How many of you agree a chartered accountant can make tons of money? Yes or no? But he was stuck at 50,000 for 3 years. Why? Problem number 1 or problem number 2? Problem number 2. Today, after 9 months, this man is making 2 lakhs a month. He just sent me a video today. Just today, he sent me a video. I'll show you. So observe. How many of you can see this group? This is my platinum group. This is my Telegram group. Do you see the title, Platinum with IMK? I'll try to play this video. Let's see if we can play it. I'm not sure if the video is playing. Hold on. I'll see if I can. Yes, I think I can play it probably now. Because this is still on Telegram. I just saw it today. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see it now? Raise your hands. I'll just play it now. Let's see if it works. Oh, for some reason, the voice is not working. I'm not sure why. I know why.
Indu madam and Mitesh Khatri sir.
Okay, so here we go.
I reached to 2 lakh rupees a month from 55,000 rupees a month. And all credit goes to coach Indu madam and Mitesh Khatri sir. All credit goes to them. Thank you.
So today this man has reached 2 lakhs a month, which did not happen for more than 3 years. It's not about money. It's about who he has become today. How many of you agree with that? And that didn't happen only because of his education. It happened because of his life skills. How many of you are now realizing what I'm talking about? Okay, perfect. So everyone come to the gallery view one last time and answer this question. Finally, how many people are realizing that if you're only stuck in your life because of one thing, which is what? Education or life skills, right? Very, very, very honestly, without boasting, how many of you can agree these life skills are not rocket science? They're not rocket science. How many of you agree? Like motivation, conflict management, perception management, how to sell, how to speak in front of public. These are not rocket science skills. They are learnable in 3 to 6 months. Yes or no? How many of you agree if you had honestly invested in this, you would have been out of your problems in the next 3 months? How many of you agree with me? And because you've not invested, you're stuck for the last 5 years. Yes? Some of you are stuck for 10 years. So I have 2 intentions of inviting you here today. My intention number 1, please, I'm saying really, please, don't waste time the way I wasted time. Invest in your life coaching. Invest in your life skills with a life coach. If you do, I'll show you what is possible. I'll give you my example. How many of you remember I shared my ratings with you in the beginning of this webinar today? Okay, those of you joined late, everyone who's here, do you remember? Come on the gallery view and show me your rating with your hands. What was my health rating I told you? Anybody remembers? 3. People who are late, write it down. My health rating was 3 when I started off. And the reason was because I had zero motivation to exercise. I had no skills, life skills. I was extremely lazy in my life. Today, my health rating, write down my current health rating, 7. I'll tell you why. Today, I am able to exercise every single day. I came to this hotel today and I did exercise here also. I am able to exercise 100 push-ups and 100 squats in 10 minutes. And I'm 42 years old. And I've maintained my body weight for the last 10 years. The problem is not losing weight. The problem is maintaining your health. How many of you agree? I've been able to do it for the last 10 years in my life. How? I was not always like that. I learned it from my mentors. Second, my relationship rating. Anybody remembers my relationship rating also? Very simple, 3. Today, my relationship rating is 8. I'll tell you why. I have a wonderful relationship with my mom, with my father, which was not like that. There was a time in my life when I could not talk to my father for more than 5 minutes. We used to argue about something. Anybody has a similar relationship with their parents? A lot of people have a similar relationship with their parents. Because we don't know how to get along with our parents also. That time I didn't know how to do that too. But today I learned it. I have an extraordinary relationship with my wife. Today, after 18 years of marriage, we are like lovebirds. And I'm not just saying this like a joke. Believe me, we are like lovebirds. If you leave me and Indu for 8 hours alone, we talk. We talk non-stop. This is how new couples talk. Yes or no? But don't get me wrong. She was not my soulmate. When I found her, it was not like, wow, my soulmate is here. It was not like that. The first 2 years of my marriage were very difficult. I personally wanted to divorce her every day. All the married people, raise your hands. Only you guys know what I'm talking about. The unmarried people will not understand this. First 2 years of marriage are very difficult. Yes or no? Most people don't get that. But after 2 years, how I made that relationship beautiful is not because of who I was, but because who I became with my mentors. Everybody understanding, my mentors practically saved my marriage. They made my marriage. How many of you want this kind of a relationship for yourself? It's possible. I'm telling you, you just have to work on those life skills. And it's not rocket science. You can learn it in 3 to 4 months. That's it. That's all it takes. I'll tell you my career ratings today. Write down my career ratings, which I told you earlier was 3. Today, it is at 8. I'll tell you why I say 8. A lot of people confuse between career and money. How many of you agree? Whenever I ask people career, they talk about money. Yes or no? Career is different. I'll tell you what is career. Write down the definition of career. Doing what you love to do, not what you have to do. That is your career. I know people who are making 3 lakhs a month, but they're not satisfied because they're doing what they have to do, not what they love to do. Anybody's like that here? Doing what you have to do, waiting to do what you love to do. Today, I do what I love to do. I've written 2 national best-selling books. I've trained more than 1 million people all over the world. 1 million, that's a lot of people, right? Today, every month, I train 5,000 people. I do free programs like this every week, and it doesn't matter to me because I have the audacity to work so much. But let me tell you, I was not always like that. I was extremely poor in my career. You remember I told you I was very confused in my life? I got this clarity because of my mentors. I'll tell you my financial rating today. Write down my financial rating is 7. It was 2 earlier. Today it is 7. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. I have made so much money today that till the age of 80, starting now, I'm 42 right now. If till the age of 80, if I stop working now and I don't do any work till the age of 80, without compromising my current lifestyle, I will not even have to worry even one day what will happen to my monthly expenses. I can keep spending the same amount of money right now for the next 40 years and I won't care. That is the amount of money I've saved today. But that's not just it. I'll tell you the best part about how much money I'm making today. Is it okay if I share with you how much money I've made in the last 2 months? Everyone okay with that? Okay. But before I share, and I'm live on YouTube right now, so I say this with all humility. I'm not saying this to boast, but to show to you what is possible in a human being's life. Is everyone clear about this? I'm not saying this to boast, but just to show you what's possible. See, I come from a time in life where I was making 10 rupees every day. 24 years ago, when I started my first job, it was a door-to-door sales marketing. Anybody's done these kind of jobs, like going door-to-door, selling things? Anybody's ever had a person coming to your door selling something? Do you remember what you did with him? You banged the door. Do you remember that? That was me. That's how I started my career. Maybe I was that person. And my job was to sell massagers and spoons for 125 rupees. How many of you remember those spoon stands on the dressing table, which, do you remember it came in green and blue? And it used to revolve. Do you remember that? I used to sell that. And for 125 rupees, I used to get 10 rupee commission. And the condition of my company was, you can't work in your hometown. You had to work in Mumbai. So I was in Mumbai. The second condition was, if you didn't sell, you can't eat food that day. Seriously. So I remember those days when I was new in the company, I didn't know how to sell properly. So there were 2 days where I couldn't sell anything. So my boss didn't give me any money to eat food. I literally slept without having food. The second night, I remember I went to the watchman of my building in Mumbai, and I literally told him, I said, Kaka, aapka dabba khila do, please. And believe it, he gave me his dabba half. It was the tastiest food I had because I was so hungry. How many of you agree when you're hungry, you can eat anything? Yes or no? Like anybody's had bread and water at late night when you're really hungry. It tastes really good at that time, right? So anyway, that was more those days. But how many of you agree, even though it sounds like those were tough days, like those are the days that makes us who we are today. Anybody's had similar experiences in life, right? Today, the same guy who used to make 10 rupees a day, I'll tell you my current income. In the month of today's October going on, in the month of August and September, 2 months back to back so far, we've made 1 crore per month. October, it's 18th of October going on today, and I've already crossed 40 lakhs. So I've made about 2.4 crores in 2.5 months already. Now, I don't say this to boast. I tell you that if a 10 rupee boy can come here, so can you. I'll tell you why. Some of you did not start your career with 10 rupees. How many of you agree with me? You started your career better than I did. Yes or no? So if I can, you can. There's only one difference. I invested in one thing. You know what was that? Education or life skills? Both. And I'll tell you how much. Do you want to know how much I invested in my life skills? Everyone? Okay, write this down. 61 lakhs 61 lakhs and more than 5 years. That's right. I personally invested 61 lakhs and more than 5 years of my life in life coaching with coaches. Now, please tell me with your hands, everyone. 61 lakhs was a small amount for me or a big amount? Everyone show me your hands. Come on. Big amount? Okay. But you remember I told you my 2 months income? Now, think about it from my point of view. If I made 2.5 crores in only 2.5 months, in my mind, what is the size of 61 lakhs today? Show me your hands. It's this much right now. Yes or no? Because the life skills that I got from my coaches, it's not only for 2.5 months. Now that life skills is with me for how long? Forever. So what is the return on investment? So good deal or bad deal? So should I continue investing in my life skills? Yes, I should. If some of you have done this particular platinum program 2 months before, you must be remembering I used to say 55 lakhs. In the month of July end, I invested 6 lakhs more. That's how it became 61 lakhs. At that time, I was making 25 to 30 lakhs a month in the month of July. When I invested with this life coach for 6 lakhs, he told me, Mitesh, within 1 year, I'll show you how to take your income from 25 lakhs to 1 crore a month. I invested 6 lakhs with him. August, I crossed 1 crore. September, I crossed 1 crore. Do you think that 6 lakhs was a good deal? That's what I'm talking about. And now ask yourself, how much money and time have you invested in your life coaching? Hello? So, like I said, 2 intentions of inviting you here today. Intention number 1 is to clarify this message to you. Please don't waste time. Your time is valuable. What you can achieve in 1 year can be worth 10 years. And I asked you that question and you agreed earlier that how many of you agree that some of your problems are not rocket science? If you had got a life coach, you would have solved these problems in the last 6 months. Yes or no? Come on, be honest with me. So is my message number 1 clear? That please invest in your life skills with a life coach. If yes, everyone unmute and say, please, 100% clear. Did I get that message clear to you? Give me
100% clear.
100% clear.
100% clear.
Awesome. So I hope you got that message, not only for you, but I would request you to do the same for your children. Please invest for your children's life skills. How many of you promise that? Okay. If some of you are happy with the message, here is my message number 2 for you. My message number 2 is come and join my platinum program, where I have made this decision that I want to work with people and share all my knowledge where I have learned with my life skills with my mentors for 61 lakhs and more than 5 years invested in my life. Everything that I've learned, I share it with my platinum members, where I can become your life coach for the rest of your life. One investment, rest of your life. Chetan is a life member with us as a platinum member. Pinky is a platinum member. There's another couple who was completely getting divorced. 10 years of fighting, totally stopped it after joining in 6 months. They're like lovebirds today. Is that 10 years of problem solving worth in 6 months? Yes or no? Absolutely. So think about it. Is it not technically possible to achieve 10 years of success in 1 year in that case? Yes or no? It is. You know it. It is, because some of us are stuck for just small life skills. So if you're ready, I would like to welcome you in my Platinumship program, where I can teach you how to achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. If you're ready, raise your hand so I can tell you how. Okay. Those of you who are ready to learn how, let me first tell you what you are going to learn. So I'll tell you 2 things, what you are going to learn and how you are going to learn. So take a notepad on a blank page, write down what you're going to learn. The what is very simple for me. I tell this in all my programs, write this down. HRCM results, simple. I'm not talking about only money. I'm not talking about only relationships. What am I talking about? How many areas of life, everyone? All 4. Holistic success. All 4 areas of life. I'm talking about health. I'm talking about relationships. I'm talking about career and money. All 4 areas we are going to create results for all of you. That's my commitment with you. Every month your ratings will grow. When you join for the first time, we will do a group orientation with all of you, and I'll personally check your HRCM ratings. And then every month we'll show you that your rating goes up by 1 point. We don't want to take your ratings up by 3 points every month. I'll tell you why. We want, write this down, we want sustainable results, not achievable results. हमको वैसा रिजल्ट नहीं चाहिए कि 1 महीने में 5 लाख रुपया कमा लिया और फिर 6 महीना कुछ नहीं कमा रहे. Have you heard about people like that? है ना? We're not talking about that. But if you grow even 1 point every month, where will you be the next 10 months? Are you understanding what I'm saying? That's what's possible with life skills, right? So if you're interested, what we are going to deliver is that HRCM results. Courses is not the value of the platinum program. The main value of the platinum program is your HRCM results. Is everyone now clear about it? So don't necessarily ask me, sir, which course is included? Is this course this much? Is this course for 15,000? What is the breakup of your fees? It's the value of your life. It's the value of your HRCM results. Everyone clear now? That's the what. Now let me show you how. Obviously, if I want to help you create those results, I'll have to take you through life skills. Yes? Now those life skills will happen through courses. Which courses I'm about to show you now. Take a blank page and write down what those life skills particular programs are. These programs are only based on what you see in today's webinar. So these things change every week, because every time I'm investing in my programs, I keep including that in the platinum program. But anything you see in today's webinar is only based on what you see in today's webinar, even if you watch this recording in the future. Okay, so here we go. The first thing that you're going to get when you join the platinum program, I've got 2 plans for you today. This is plan 1, and then on the other side, I'll show you plan 2. In the plan 1, you obviously have all my courses, all my 100% courses. My first course right now is the Advanced Law of Attraction course. How many of you are already part of my advanced course? Raise your hands. Okay, it's not the same for platinum people. I'll tell you why. An example of that is, in advanced course, we teach something called yin yang, right? In the advanced, it's teaching the course. In platinum, I personally understand your yin yang. So a lot of guidance here is given based on personal conversations. Another example is wealth mastery. How many of you here are part of my wealth mastery program? In wealth mastery, for an example, we teach about investments, or we teach about how to manage your money. In platinum, I personally check your investments. I personally check your monthly budgets. We understand where you're putting your money, where it's going right, where it's going wrong. We actually check all that. Relationship mastery. So we personally check how your relationships are going, how you can solve your relationship problem with your parents, with your spouse, and we work on improving your relationships. Leadership mastery. All of us who are struggling here in your career, raise your hands, please. We are struggling because of lack of skills like leadership skills, perception management skills, feedback skills, conflict management skills. Yes or no? All those skills which I teach in the corporate world for the last 17 years, I charge 2.5 lakh rupees per day for that. All those skills are included for you in that. Health mastery. It is compulsory for all my platinum members to keep their health mastery up. Every day we exercise. Like tonight, after this call, I have a gym with my platinum members at 10 p.m. where I personally work out with them. How many of you really need to do that right now? Raise your hands. You need to work on your health, right? So we give you support even on your health levels. You will learn about health mastery like you've never learned before. That's my promise to you. Digital coaching. Everyone write down digital coaching, where, believe it or not, whether you like it or not, the whole world is going digital. Yes or no? We'll teach you how to establish yourself in the digital world. Train the trainer. How many of you would like to be as influential as you think I am with people sometimes? In the Train the Trainer program, I teach you secrets that I personally deliver, how I keep my audience engaged for 10 hours on an online program. The best compliment I got one day from, I remember, one of the biggest CEOs of a company. He said, even Amitabh Bachchan can't keep me engaged for 3 hours. You kept me engaged for 8 hours. That was the best compliment I ever got. Keeping a CEO engaged for 8 hours is not child's play. How many of you agree? I'll show you the same skills that I have. I'll share that with you. Neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. You remember I spoke to you about Pinky and we solved her problem in 10 minutes? How many of you remember that example? That was the course, NLP. You remember I spoke to you about Chetan making 2 lakhs a month? Today, Chetan has learned how to deliver NLP. He's become a trainer teaching NLP to people today. How many of you would like to do that one day? We'll give you those skills. Best-selling author. How many of you would like to write a book one day? More than 20 of my platinum members have already written their books. And some of them have even become best-selling authors. Next. Now, this membership, all these courses that you see are for 1 year, for plan 1. Plan 2 is different. Plan 1 is different. Plan 1 is for 1 year. Upcoming courses in plan 1 are not included, which means only the existing courses that you see are included for plan 1. For an example, right now we've added a course called everyone write down that course name is not here, Practical Spirituality. We've added that course recently that is not included for plan 1 right now. Access to spouse will not be given because it's a life coaching. Remember, it's the 10 years of success for 1 year for one person. So we can't allow 2 people in plan 1 right now. It is only 1 person registration. Now, all these courses are worth 3,44,000 rupees at this point of time. There are more courses included, but we're not including that in plan 1. Those of you who joined today, for you, the plan fees is not going to be 3,44,000, but only 1,50,000 rupees for 1 year fees. That too, you can only pay in an installment of 5 months, which means every month you can just divide 1,50,000 by 5 months. Whatever is the monthly fees, you pay that. If you're paying in one go today, which means let's say you're swiping your credit card in one go, you get an additional 25,000 rupees discount and you get plan 1 at only 1,25,000 rupees, but remember for 1 year. Now plan 2 is where the main magic is. You get all these courses, 100%, the same courses are here with all my future courses will come in, but the magic is lifetime membership. Plan 2 is for lifetime. Now we're going to close the lifetime platinum membership for a simple reason, because we are now exhausting the number of people that we can give access to people for lifetime. All upcoming courses will be included for all my platinum members. So not only practical spirituality, anything I'm investing in myself or my learnings, I learn and I teach it back to my platinum members. All my upcoming courses will be included for platinum. Bonus access to spouse. So the fees that you're paying for yourself, we'll add that fees from our side to you as a bonus, and we'll give you access to your life partner. If you're not married, you can add any one of your direct family members. So remember, this is not for your cousin. This is not for your uncle. This is not for your best friend. This is not even for your relatives. This is only and only for your direct family. Why? Reason is because your success is connected to their success. How many of you agree with that? That is why the plan 2, because it's a lifetime coaching, we want your life partner to be included in this. Okay. Now, all these courses, 3,44,000 plus upcoming digital courses is for 2,50,000 rupees, not 3,44,000. 2,50,000 divided by 5 months. So you have a 5 months monthly EMI if you want to pay. Even though you pay the first month EMI, you get access to all the courses. Okay, so don't worry about that. However, in case some of you are paying in one go, let's say you're using a credit card and you're giving EMI to credit card instead of giving EMI to me, then you get additional 25,000 rupees discount. And at 2,25,000 rupees, you become a lifetime member with Platinum Program with Mitesh Khatri and Indu Khatri. So these are all the details about Lifetime Platinum. Now, those of you who are committed to join with us, here is one more thing. Please write this down. 30 days, 100% money back guarantee. Now, the reason we give this is because of 2 reasons. Reason number 1, because it's a lifetime experience, because it's a lifetime program, you need to know that my coaching style works for you. Does that make sense? See, it's a lifetime coaching program. You have to know whether my style is something which is compatible for you. So come join. Even if you join at 1 installment, you get access to the lifetime coaching. The whole month, experience my coaching, experience the programs, experience the platinum members and their growth. After that, if you feel that this coaching is not productive for you, take 100% money back guarantee. We have no issues for that. Why? We only want money when we can add 10 times value to you. Second reason why we give you a 30 days money back guarantee is because, see, platinum is like a group of standards, right? People who are maintaining certain HRCM standards. One person comes and lowers the standards. It doesn't affect one person. It affects whom? Whole community. We can't allow that. So I remember one person from Delhi had joined, and no matter what I taught him, he would always say, "Haan, mujhe aata hai." So we told him, "Bhaiya, ye aapka paisa lo. This is not the right program for you. I am not the right coach for you. You are not the right student for me." We gave him the money and told him to go back. This can happen with any one of us. You can ask the money back to me, or I can return the money back to you within 30 days. Is that making sense to all of you? Perfect. So now those of you who are ready, the links are in the chat window. While you are joining, I will also give all of you permission to unmute if you have questions to ask me regarding platinum. But before you unmute, here is my request. Today, we will not be answering questions regarding basic law of attraction or how to make affirmations or all of that. Right now, we are only answering questions regarding joining platinum. Those of you who are already part of my Wealth Mastery or the advanced course, please remember, the moment you pay or you make the decision to pay, let me or Indu know in the chat window. we have to reduce that amount from your platinum program, and then you join, because we deduct that fees from your total fees of 2,25,000. Everyone clear about this? Done. Now let's take questions. Yes, Indu.
Just inform that next week we are removing the access to spouse.
Yes, that's true. So next week we are removing access to the spouse part, because the lifetime coaching is becoming a lot for us. The amount of time that I and Indu give to people is a lot. And many times when I have to work with two people, the amount of time investment is getting too much for us, and we can't physically do this for everybody all our life. So we are now removing that lifetime access to one extra person next week onwards. So please make sure that if you want to take advantage of that, today is the last day we are giving access to bonus spouse. Okay. All right. So unmuting you all now. Anybody can unmute. Please take your name when you ask your questions. Go.
Hi, Mitesh. I'm Shahnur.
Hi, Shahnur.
Hope you are doing well and life is treating you kind.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much for asking. Hope for you too.
Yes, thank you. So this is the second time that I have been watching your video, and I'm a 30-year-old girl and I'm unmarried, but there's a special request for you. So the question is not related to the platinum membership because I'm a new joiner and I'm new in this field. So I have one question for you, if you can answer.
What's the question?
Like I have seen your videos where, and the video was like attracting a special person.
I understand now. So firstly, what's your name again?
My name is Shahnur.
Shahnur, I apologize. Right now, we'll not be doing educational questions at this point of time, because I have exactly about 15 minutes before I can go to my 9 p.m. program. And between that, I have to take a 15-minute break. So right now, I want to dedicate this time for those people who need to ask questions on platinum. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. And is there any flexibility that I can ask you this later on? If you can allow 1 minute.
In the basic LOA Telegram group, you can ask this question. I'll answer there.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got it. I think you're already having access to that basic LOA Telegram group. Yes?
I don't. Recently, I got to know about you. That's the reason.
Yeah, no problem. So the link is in the chat window. You can join that basic LOA Telegram group. Ask your questions there. I'll do my best to answer them.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Okay, so that was Shahnur. Anybody else has a question? Unmute and ask now.
Yeah. Hi, Mitesh. This is Hema.
Sorry, Hema.
Yes.
Yes, Hema.
So I wanted to know, so you mentioned that you would be a lifetime coach for us, for me and my husband, if I join the platinum today. So what would be, since it is not one-on-one coaching, so what would be the way of coaching for us?
I was waiting for someone to ask that question. Thank you so much for asking. Okay. So let me clarify for all of you, not only for her, how does the coaching work? When I learned myself, I was paying very heavy fees for my coaching personally, and it was getting super expensive for me. So my mentor made me realize something. He said, one-on-one counseling, everyone write down, one-on-one counseling is problem solving. And problem solving, you can't do all your life. You have to educate yourself. You have to upskill yourself. That's where he said you have to get into programs, which are life skills programs. That is where then I later invested and then I learned everything. For an example, right now, if you go to my website right now, and if you want to work with me one-on-one, you can. But my personal coaching charges are 2 hours, 50,000 rupees. Now, even if you pay for that, it's going to be a problem solving only for one time. Second time you have a problem, again, you'll have to come back and pay. How many times will anybody pay? I mean, some people have the money, but not everybody has the money, right? So that is why we stopped that idea of only personal coaching, and we created this platinum program where it's going to be like a university, where the way we train is 3 methods. Everyone write down. One is all the courses are in digital format, which means all the video courses you get available for all your life. That's one. Second, every Sunday from morning 9 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock, the whole day I spend only with my platinum members. So it's not 1 hour, it's not 2 hours. The whole day is with my platinum members. Third, we have a very private Telegram group for my platinum group where we answer questions to people and we interact with people on a regular everyday basis. Fourth, we've created a small system called a Google form. Anytime people have a question, they just put in their question over there and it comes to me in an Excel sheet. And I keep answering for people on a daily basis. And we are never working on symptoms. Symptom is where you have a fight with your husband and you're just solving that problem. We're working on education so we can upskill yourself. And that is why it requires lifetime coaching over a period of 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Is that making sense to you, Hema?
Yes, it is. So if we are working on the HRCM rating every month, so it would be on the Sunday session, I would be sharing my HRCM and then we would be discussing.
No, not only Sunday. You'll be talking to me regularly in the Telegram groups. The difference is it's in a chat format or an audio format, but the discussions happen almost daily.
Okay, thank you. And one more question. If I have not completed advanced LOA, I have already taken advanced LOA, but not completed it yet. So that is a requirement to start the Platinum membership?
No, it's not. I'll tell you the difference. What happens in a course is anybody who joins a course, whether it's advanced or wealth, they have to go from point one to point end, right? In Platinum, it's not like that. In Platinum, our focus is not only watching videos. Our focus is solving the HRCM problem, taking your rating to the next month, next level. So I tell you specifically which video to watch in the system to immediately solve your problems. Because you have access to all the 1,000 trees, for an example, I know which tree has the jadi booty for your life problems. And that is why focus is on upskilling, not just watching videos or courses. So it's not a requirement to finish advanced course to join Platinum. Does that answer your question?
Thank you. Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Yes. Who else has a question? I think Vaishak.
Yeah, sir. Sir, I am a member of your ALOA and the Wealth and the Relationship Master, sir. So I have one question. I would like to join the Platinum Plan 2, sir.
Sure.
So can I book the seat today and pay the full amount in within
Very
10
good
days?
question. Very good question. Not only to you, but all of you can do that. There is a link in the chat window that you will see, which is a 10,000 rupee block link.
It's a block link.
It's a block link. What happens with that block link is you can pay 10,000 now and you can block the lifetime deal for the next 7 days max. And then within 7 days, you pay the rest of the fees, whether it is an installment for the first month or whether it is the one-time fees that you can decide. But you can start your Platinum within 1 week. But remember, the access will be given within 7 days whenever you pay the first installment or the full fees.
Okay.
But you can block your fees. You can block your lifetime deal by paying 10,000 only. Yes, you can.
Mitesh, in his case, I'll make an exception of 10 days. That's not a problem. He's asking for 10 days.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem. See,
10 days is
it's
not
a lifetime partnership.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Sir, I'm basically have 3 courses with you already. So what?
Then you don't have to worry about it. Then you don't have to worry about it.
So Vaishak, best will be you block it by paying 10,000.
Yes.
Then I'll chat with you on WhatsApp and check how much to be deducted. I'll be deducting everything you paid so far. Don't worry.
Okay.
Same goes for you, Hema Sharma. Please deduct the ALOA fees.
Yes.
And you can also block by paying 10,000. I will give you the link, customized link to pay the balance amount.
Done.
On WhatsApp. Because once you pay, I have your cell number.
Okay.
Hema?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome. So firstly, Chaitra, congratulations. Welcome to the Platinum family. We'll meet you soon in the orientation call. One of my team members will get in touch with you. And ideally, we would have loved to have the orientation call immediately with you. But I'm in here for a corporate program in Chennai. So after this, my team member will get in touch with you and he'll give you a calendar link. So we'll be able to create a orientation call between all of you who've joined today. So which is Vaishak, Chaitra, Hema, all of you. Welcome to the family. I'll see you soon during the personal orientation call.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. All right. So yes, anybody else who has a question?
Is Manpreet on the call? She's also joining.
Oh, okay. Hey, Manpreet, congratulations. Welcome to the Platinum family. Manpreet is already part of our advanced course, isn't it?
Yeah. And there is one person, Binaji from Israel.
Binaji, can you unmute yourself? Is that there's very...
I don't think Binaji is on the call.
Oh, no, she's not on the call right now.
No, she's not on the call.
Not on the call right now. Okay. So one person is asking in the chat personally, what is not included? Okay, that's a very good question. Let me clarify what is not included. So there are only 2 things not included for lifetime. One is a personal coaching call. Because obviously for us, see, I understand in a way 2,25,000 is a big amount, but in a way 2,25,000 is a small amount for a lifetime. How many of you agree? Right? For a lifetime, if I had to work with one person forever. Like imagine if you had access to my phone number every day, all the time, for lifetime, at 2,25,000, even if I wanted to give you that deal, I can now work with that only with 5 or 10 people in my life, right? And then it is not fair with me, it's not fair with you. The idea of Platinum was to help hundreds and thousands of people to achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. That is why I'm able to reduce the fees to that amount of crazy levels. And I'm still minusing even the wealth courses that you have or the advanced courses that you have, because the intention is to truly give you 10 years of success in 1 year rather than just solving problems in one-on-one points. So that is why the one thing that is not included is telephonic one-on-one or personal one-on-one conversations. 2, here is what is not included. Personal, other than personal phones and personal messages. Please write this down, everyone. Shoulder to cry. Shoulder to cry is not included. What do I mean by that? See, when you have to cry on somebody's shoulder, you need a best friend. How many of you agree that's a very realistic point, right? You need a best friend for that. But a best friend is different and a coach is different. Correct? The job of a coach is not to let you cry on the shoulder, but to make you stop crying. How many of you agree with that? The job of a coach is not to say, oh, bura lag gaya. Oh, no, that's not the job of the coach. That's the job of a best friend. The job of the coach is to give you danda. How many of you agree with that? So please join Platinum only if you're ready for that kind of a danda. It's because shoulder to cry is not available. Okay. The most important part, Platinum is about getting direct support with me, which is during calls. Now, if some of you are wondering, but Mitesh, in that case, during groups, how do we share our personal problems? Okay, here is the point. During our support calls, which happen on a Sunday from morning 9 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock for all the Platinum members, I believe strongly we should have at least one group of friends or one community who has zero judgment for us, where we can say anything we want. How many of you agree with that? Aisa ek to family hona chahiye na? That is the Platinum family. I'll give you examples of that people are talking about right now in the Platinum group. There is one girl who's bisexual and she's struggling with her life right now. There's a second guy who's a gay and he wants to get married to a boy, and he's asking me how to convince his parents for that. There's a third couple who's having an extramarital affair. And between the husband and the wife, guess who's having the affair? Some of you are thinking husband, right? Now, it's the wife that is having the affair. And we are openly talking about it in the community right now. There's one corporate leader who's going through alcohol addiction. There's another guy who's going through drugs addiction. Any of you have anything more personal than this? How many of you agree most of your lives are sorted compared to all these problems that I told you? Yes or no? So if I can solve these problems, your life is pretty sorted. Don't worry about it. Because believe it or not, all of us feel my problems are very unique. How many of you feel that? I need to talk to you personally, sir. My problems are very unique. No. Most of us have the same HRCM problems. And most of you need the same HRCL upskills. Yes or no? It's like this: when you go to a doctor, everybody feels my medical problem is very unique. But the doctor goes through the same MBBS for all of you. Yes or no? He goes through like some of you say, no, my heart condition is different, sir. No. The doctor goes through the same heart surgery for you also. So whether you are heartbroken once or twice or 3 times, the solution is the same. Yes or no? I have that pacemaker for you, for your heart.
Mitesh, there is a question in YouTube. Is this course good for housewives?
Okay. We have at least 20% of the Platinum members right now who are housewives. If you have health, housewives, any housewives here? Do you have any health? Then yourself. Yes.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes, go for it.
Sir, actually मुझे problem है, relationship problem.
I think your mic is not working or something.
You may want to welcome.
The relationship problem है.
तो अभी हम relationship problem की advice नहीं दे रहे हैं, my friend. Right now, we're only answering questions regarding joining Platinum. Is that okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, so answering that question back for the housewives, अगर health है तो Platinum की जरूरत है. अगर आपके घर में सासू माँ है, husband है, तो relationship problems है तो Platinum की जरूरत है. अगर आपके लाइफ में करियर नहीं है लेकिन हस्बैंड का तो करियर है, वो आपका करियर है. कैसे? आपके हस्बैंड को बोलो आपके बिना अपना घर चलाए और करियर चला के दिखाए. बोलो. आप जाओ मायके जाके दिखाओ 2 हफ्ता, बोलना हस्बैंड को करियर चला के दिखाए, कैसे चलाता मैं भी देखता हूँ. It's not possible. उनका करियर आपका करियर है, उनका पैसा आपका पैसा है. So that is why platinum is possible, not only possible, but definitely required for housewives also. Okay. In fact, we have ladies who are 75-year-old lady. There is one lady right now who's, I think, Indu is Dinaji 65, 70 from US. I think she's about 65 or 70 right now.
68.
68. She's a 68-year-old lady, Dinaji from US, and she's attending platinum regularly.
Yesterday, somebody joined 72-year-old. Sibani.
Really? Whoa. She's 72? Wow.
Yeah, she wrote to me, I'm 72.
Amazing. Okay, there's somebody writing, connection is a little slow and I need authorization. Can I ask a little more time? Yes, Devika, you can, no problem, because like you know, platinum is about lifetime. You can take a little more time right now, no problem, Devika. Indu, can you communicate with Devika on personal chat, please?
Yeah, I'll do that. And Mitesh, just clarify the block amount. This is again question from YouTube. Block amount 10,000 is refundable within 7 days.
Only within 7 days. I'll tell you why. There's a technical reason behind it. After 7 days, we have to pay taxes on it. The moment we pay taxes, the amount of money that goes. Then what is remaining is remaining. And that is why a refund becomes a big headache for all of us after 7 days. So within 7 days, if you pay, then obviously you take the first installment and then you have that 30 days money back guarantee for the entire platinum. But if you don't pay within 7 days and don't take a refund within 7 days, then the refund policy is different beyond 7 days. Okay, only for technical and tax issues, not because we want to keep the 10,000 rupees. Okay, but yes, after you pay 10,000 rupees, you get access only when you pay the balance of the first month installment or the entire fees, whichever you choose. Am I right, Indu?
Yes, Mitesh.
Right. Any other question, Vaishak?
Devika, I gave my cell number to you in
Nothing,
your
sir.
private chat.
I had booked this thing.
Done. Congratulations, buddy. See you in the orientation call.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Hi, Mitesh, sir. This is Nisha from Lucknow.
Hey, Nisha. Hi.
Hi, sir. Actually, recently I've started watching your videos, and I love to watching your videos. And your way of speaking is just wow. I also want to speak like you. How can I?
I would love to share my knowledge with you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. And I also wanted to do your course, but I think I have to do Ho'oponopono for joining this course.
Most welcome. Thank you for your compliments.
Hey, Chaitra, where have you paid? Because I somehow don't see your payment. I saw the other 5 payments. Chaitra, are you still on the call?
I think she was here. Let me check.
Doesn't matter. I'll contact her.
Yeah. I think she just logged out.
Not a problem.
Yes. Done. So now 1 minute left. Anybody who has any last question of the day, let's ask that question and then we leave the webinar. Just remember that once we leave the webinar, anything that we promised during this webinar, even if you're watching this later, will not apply. Yes, who's that?
Hi, sir. I'm a student. Hi, sir. I'm a student. Can I join this membership?
Not without asking your parents. What standard are you in?
I'm a BTech student.
You're a BTech student. Okay. So then we have girls, we have boys who are in your similar education field as you are. They are studying and they've joined Platinum. Yes, you can. Because believe me, if I had these kind of life skills at your age, I would be a rock star today. I mean, I think I'm still a rock star today, but I would be a better rock star today. So yes, you can. But make sure that you have permission and agreement with your parents also for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Most welcome. Okay, I think we are done. So thank you very much, everyone. Had a great time to talk to all of you. I look forward to meeting you in some other webinars. Those of you who are not able to join, I know why you've not joined. It's only because of a little bit of financial reason. I understand that. And I know that you've decided that you'll join very soon. So no issues. But in the meantime, do not stop your education. Start with one of our programs, start with 2 of our programs, start somewhere, but do not stop your life skills. Make sure that you work with us on a regular period of time. Whenever in future you upgrade in Platinum, we promise to cover up the rest of the fees of your programs. Don't worry about that, but start with us somewhere. Okay, so that goes to all of you. Thank you very much, everyone. I had a great time talking to all of you. I hope you enjoyed this time today evening, investing your valuable time with us today evening. And I hope I was able to give that message loud and clear to you. Please invest in your life skills and your life coaching with a life coach, not only for yourself. Please keep a little budget aside for your children also. In fact, you'll be happy to know when you guys join Platinum, if you're married and if you have children, you're welcome to attend the sessions with your children. We have 6-year-old girls, 12-year-old boys, 7-year-old girls who are attending Platinum with their parents, and they're getting extraordinary results in their life. So please work with your students and your children also for Platinum. Okay. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Those of you who are part of the 9 p.m. session, see you there in about 20 minutes. Okay. Let's unmute everyone and say good night. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Good night, sir. See you soon.
Good night. See you soon, everyone.